So I wanted to ask you girls, let's start with size. Let's do that debate first. What do you feel is presented to us as the ideal size?
I would say a 0.
Yeah, I would say 0 too.
Yeah.
A 0. What about you other girls?
I would agree with that. I think, yeah, size 0, 2. Oftentimes you see size 4 is now considered big.
A size 0, is that even a size? Like, let's start with that first of all. Like, I don't even know when that became a size. But now it's so interesting that that has become a goal for girls everywhere. And what do you think they think in themselves if they're able to attain that size?
I feel like if they do attain that goal, then they'll feel like they're just like beautiful, and they'll be just accepted by everyone better, and like just taken more seriously and just seen as beautiful and
so overall value.
Yeah.
So that's the message we're sent. If we are this size, that now gives us value as a human and as a woman, which is interesting. Now let's talk ethnicity. What do you think that does for those girls looking into the media to not see a single person that is authentically full Asian to represent them and their individual beauty?
It's kind of like what Mary said in the video. She was just talking about how she didn't see anything she liked like match herself, and I think that's just really hard because you can't change the way you look in like regards to like ethnicity or race, and so it's just hard when you see like more Caucasian women and then you can't change that, so then you feel like you're just like less of a person.
Yeah, you feel inferior.
I think it plays a huge effect because, you know, you don't have, like John said, you don't have a choice of what ethnicity you are, you know, and Caucasian women are mostly the ones that get put in the covers of the magazines, you know, so not seeing your race, it just makes you feel like you want to do everything that you can to get to that perfect model.
Well, when I would look at the media when I was younger, you don't really see a lot of like African American women. Usually if you do, they have lighter skin. They're portrayed to maybe look a little more white even. And even seeing that like growing up, it made me feel like maybe I'm not that pretty because there's not a lot of people like me like on TV like that.
How would you girls feel about that if you're able to look and see all different nice bodies or all different beautiful colors of women and mixes of ethnicities? Like, is that something that you really feel would start to make girls appreciate the individuality more?
Yes,
Absolutely.
definitely. Yeah. It was interesting because the Victoria's Secret fashion show was the other night, and I was like on Twitter, and all these girls, and it was so sad, were like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to eat for the next week. I'm not going to do this. And I was like, well, one, eating disorders aren't even a joke, so that's just really sad that, you know, and then they're just like, oh, I need to go like put a poster of them on my wall so I have inspiration, and it's like, that's sad that they feel they have to change something about themselves because of what they saw presented as beautiful.
And I don't know about you guys, but when I watched it, I was like, this is kind of odd, like, because it was, you kind of look at it, it was like, they weren't even really doing anything. You just are supposed to watch them and be like, oh, wow, they're beautiful, okay, like, we get it, you know, and I kind of feel like girls are evolving past that.